Welcome to Claria Yoga. I'm Claire. I'm going to show you a few exercises that will help ease out the lower back. So I have to look out for my lower back every day. I have a little bit of a vulnerability there. So I hope that these exercises, which are part of my personal practice, will also help you if you just happen to have a little bit of pain or tightness, or you might be recovering from an injury. So as always with my videos, please encourage gentleness as you practice. You want your muscles to relax, to ease, to soften. So no pulling is necessary, no need to strain, just allow gravity to help you. So you might need a couple of props. So I have a couple of blocks here and a bolster. So have a few things around. You might just need to support your body a little better. Okay, so we're going to start working into the hamstrings and the hip flexors. Now when the hamstrings and hip flexors are tight, they can pull on the lower back area and bring it out of alignment. So starting in an all fours position, if you have blocks, please take them. I will also give you a variation in case you would prefer not to work with blocks. So just starting here, if you have blocks, just place them at the top of the mat. For now, we're just going to do a few cat-cows to ease out the back a little. So in your time, with the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath your hips, just slowly begin to lift the tailbone, gently broaden through the collarbones. Feel that first sense of compression in the back, space in the front. Next time you breathe out, reverse that into cat. Press the floor away, round through the back. Bring the chin down, let go of the head. And let's do that again. So opening up into cow, so openness in the front, a bit of compression in the back. Releasing back into cat. So now compressing the front and opening the back. Let's do one more together. Breathing in on your cow position. Breathing out into your cat position. Good. And then coming back to neutral. Help your left leg forwards. So it can be a big step or a couple of steps to get it there. Now this is where I'm going to give you variations. You may want to keep your blocks in front of you, either framing the foot if that's comfortable for you, or placing your hands on the inside of your foot and you take your block with you. The other variation is coming up on your thigh, so just resting the elbows above that knee. So take your time to find your variation, whether you're using blocks, whether you're using your knee, or maybe you prefer your hand on the floor. And you start to release the hips down. Now you don't have to go very far to feel that first sense of a stretch. So we're working on the hip flexor, or multiple hip flexors, which sit here on the right side in the hip crease. So take your time with this one, easing into it, giving into gravity a little. So just settling into it here, allowing that stretch to develop. And then slowly start to lift the chest a little more. So whether you are resting above your knee or your hands are on the floor on blocks, you're just opening up a bit through that chest, keeping your neck in line with the spine, as if you could broaden through the collarbones. Okay, let's take one more deep breath there. And then we're going to reverse that now as we stretch into the hamstrings. So lift the hips and you can help yourself back. Now, if you had your arms resting above the knee, you may want to transition to placing your hands on your hips. You might need to work a little here to keep your balance. Or you can take your blocks with you, placing them at whatever height suits your body, and then resting back into that. Now again, you don't have to go very deep, it's just opening up the hamstrings here. And some of you may find that over time you'd like to begin to sit back on your heel. Again, different variations suit different bodies, so don't force yourself into any position that doesn't feel right for you. This happens to work for me because I get a nice stretch down the back of my leg. You be mindful and listen to your body as to where your body would like to go. So let's take one more breath there. You're going to help yourself back up again. So if you're on the floor like I am, just a little bit of assistance there, coming up, moving into your hip flexor stretch again. So rest your elbows above your knee or place your hands on blocks. Ease yourself down into it. And now broadening through the collarbones, just lifting the chest a little. And a little quicker now as we move back into the hamstring stretch, taking it to whatever depth works for you here. You can flex your foot if you'd like to increase a little more of that stretch. Let's take that back one more time. So coming back up, hip flexor stretch. And finishing with your hamstring stretch. Taking one more breath into that. And then coming back up again. Take your time, you're going to switch legs now. So bring that left leg in and you're going to help the right leg forwards. Okay, so you find your variation on this side and remember that it might feel different. So if you were on the floor before but you're up here on your knee, then that's fine, or vice versa. Find your way with it on this side, releasing the hips, breathing there. Now give your body time to settle into the stretch. And then when you feel you're ready, you can draw your awareness to the upper body as you begin to broaden a little through the collarbones, gently lifting through the chest and breathing there. Good. So take one more breath. And let's start to lift the hips. So we bring it back into the hamstring stretch. So options again. If you had your arms above your knee, then you may want to place your hands on your hips. Just find your balance there. Either keeping the hands on the floor or on the blocks. And some of you may want to take it down further, just releasing down onto your heel and sliding that right foot back. Choose your variation and what suits your body today. Nice deep breathing here, just allowing that stretch to develop wherever you are with it. Okay, so we're coming forwards again. So bit by bit, helping yourself back up, moving into your hip flexor stretch, releasing the hips down. Have a little wiggle and a shuffle if you feel that you have that urge to move. Give into it if that's what your body is asking for. Give into it if that is what your body is asking for. Deep breaths, broaden through the collarbones. And let's take that back now. Hamstring stretch, lifting the hips, moving back into your variation, whatever works for you. For an added intensity, you can flex that foot, keeping the toes up. All right, let's lift back up last time into your hip flexor stretch. Breathing there, broaden through that chest. And then next time you exhale, a little quicker now, just settle back down into your hamstring stretch. Taking one more breath there. Good, and then you can lift back up through your all fours position as you bring the right knee down. Good. Take a moment to come and sit back on your sit bones. You're going to lean on your hands, place the feet in front of you, knees bent. Going to windshield wiper the legs, so widen the space between the feet a little, about a mat's distance apart. Release the knees down to the right and then up and through to the left. Just keep that going, a couple of those. Just easing out the lumbar spine. Take one more breath there, finishing with the knees on the left. And you can come back to center. Good. So let's take the bolster now. And if you don't have a bolster, you can place a couple of blocks under your knees or even a couple of cushions. And you're going to bend your knees over the bolster. Find a comfortable distance between your legs. So for me, that means a little wider than hips apart, but you just see how it feels in your own body. Have a little shuffle and a wiggle to make sure that you feel comfortable in the lumbar spine. So we're taking this forwards. If you can imagine just flopping over from the hips, just allowing the body to fold forwards. Now, it really doesn't matter how deep you go. This is just about encouraging a little relaxed rounding into the spine. So whether it means you're up here and you just have your head coming down, that's fine. If it means that you're further down and your body accommodates that position, then that's fine too. So take a deeper breath into the back, and then as you exhale, let go. And if it feels safe for your neck, you let go of your head completely. And let go around your hips, your buttock muscles. Soften your face and your jaw. Let's take another few breaths in this position. Okay, so take a deeper breath now. Let it go with a sigh. And then when you're ready, you can slowly roll up through the spine, bit by bit. Take your time. Just be mindful and gentle as you move. And the head comes up last. Okay, good. So remove that support and we're going to come down onto the back. So we've done hip flexors and hamstrings. So we're now going to focus on a little muscle called the piriformis. You might have heard of that one. That little one can cause a lot of trouble when it's very, very tight. So coming down onto your back, you keep your feet flat on the floor. Let's begin by lifting the right knee and then you cross the right ankle above the left knee. Take your right hand, press the right knee away. Now this might be enough to start feeling a little something happening around your right buttock muscles and going up your outer thigh. Now if you feel you have more space in your body today, you can lift up your left knee and you help your legs in towards your chest and then take your hands, interlace the fingers behind your left thigh. And so there you can be gentle, encouraging the legs a little closer, but no pulling. Just allow gravity to help you. You want to relax into those muscles as much as you can. It can feel quite intense. So be kind. Your muscles will cooperate a lot more when they're treated with gentleness. So a few breaths here, just working gently into that stretch. Okay, so to get a little closer to the piriformis, you're going to start to shift your legs over to the left a little. It's kind of like rocking over to the left. Now I can already feel that. Now you can have a play around because every body is different. You can keep moving in and then out again, or maybe drawing a circle or a little figure of 8 just to sort of explore that area and see where you can find that tight spot. And then when you've found it, you stay there. Relaxing the jaw if it involuntarily begins to clench. And if you feel that it starts to loosen out, you might be able to move a little further, just taking it fractionally deeper. So take another breath into that. Exhale and bring that back to center and slowly release, placing both feet on the floor again. Good. And then slide that right leg down. Take a moment there, relax into the floor, and then slide the right leg up again. So let's do all of that on the other side. So bring the left knee in and then cross your left ankle above the right knee. Starting here, taking the left hand and pressing the left knee away, maybe enough already as a start to find that stretch. And then when you're ready, you start to lift your legs and holding on to wherever you can on the back of your right thigh. Okay, settling into it here, and remember that this leg may feel different to the other leg. Take your time with it. Be patient with your body. Nice deep breathing. Okay, so to get a little closer to the piriformis now, you start to move your legs over to the right. And I can already feel mine. So you see where you can feel yours, where you can feel that biting point, that tightness. And towards the top of your femur bone, if you're feeling it in the outer hip, you are still working into the tightness. And all of that, all this area contributes to lower back pain. So wherever you are, maybe you'd like to start drawing a little circle or maybe a little figure of 8, just exploring that area where the tightness lies on this side. And believe me, when you found it, you know you found it. You can feel it. Okay, taking another deeper breath there. And then exhaling, bringing that back to center and releasing slowly both legs down, feet to the floor, and then slide the left leg all the way down. Take a moment there, relax, and then slide the leg back up again. Okay, and then from this position, we're ready to finish with our lumbar twists. So gentle twists focusing on the lower spine, where the lower back is. So open your arms in your T position, and you keep your feet on the floor, and you lower the knees down to the right. Just allow the hips to move, allow the legs to slide. Now, if at any point you feel like there's a pinching sensation, then just pick up that left knee, have a little move around so that you can release that pinch. If it means that you end up resting the left knee on top of the right knee, then that's fine as well. So once you've found your lumbar twist, you can turn your head to the left. Just take a few breaths here. Give your weight to the floor. Let gravity take you. And one more deep breath. Exhale there. And then help the knees slowly through center. Take them over to the left now, keeping the feet on the floor first. Just finding your twist on this side. And again, if you have any sense of pinching around the lower back or the hip, then pick up that right leg. Just have a little shuffle around, a little bit of movement. And then you rest your leg wherever it feels comfortable, even if it means it ends up on top of the left knee. Then take your head over to the right. And settle here. Nice long breaths. Soften your face and your jaw. Take one more deep breath. Exhale and help your legs to center. You're going to take your rest in what we call constructive rest pose. So here the feet stay on the floor and you widen the feet out to the edges of the mat. You allow the knees to come towards each other. They may touch or they may not. If they don't touch, then you may want to place a block between your knees, just for added comfort. And this is where you rest, bringing your arms down alongside your body. Taking a few breaths here. Allow the face to soften and the jaw to drop. Relax the belly. And take a deeper breath. Let it go with a sigh. Held the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice comfortable squeeze there. And then you can slowly roll to the side. Press yourselves back up again. Just finding your way back into a seat. Take a moment there, connecting the sit bones to the floor, straightening up gently through the spine, relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. Tuning into how you feel without looking for anything specific, just allowing whatever is there to be. And when you're ready, you can start to blink your eyes open again. Okay, so I hope that served you and that you feel a little looser in the lower back. Even if one of those exercises helps and resonated with you, just bring that into your day anytime you're feeling a little tightness or a little tiredness in that area. It'll start to shift things. I hope this helped. Feel free to leave a comment below or ask any questions that you might have. Let me know how you're getting on. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.